And they have this like head on a stick that I'm sure at some point you've seen. And they do like these camera things so they can see where he is. So now I really try to focus on where they were with that.
Roll camera.
When actors get together, they have a certain chemistry.
And now for our feature presentation.
Primo. Oh man, talk about toasted.
Scooby-Doo. Everyone knows this dog and his friends, always solving mysteries, unmasking people. His first live-action movie was a movie, but as a kid it was the movie. As a critic, this movie isn't good, but the power of Little Trey takes over my opinion of this movie as a professional reviewer. This is one of those movies that if you loved it as a kid, you will still like it growing up, no matter how dumb it is. And this movie is incredibly dumb, believe me. But as a Scooby-Doo live-action movie, it's the best you could get. Yeah, there's fart jokes that go on way too long and makes me just want to jump off a bridge.
Pull my finger. Uh-oh, too late.
That was almost a minute of that. I really want to die right now. But one thing that rocks about this movie is James Gunn's direction. Yeah, that James Gunn, the one who directed Guardians of the Galaxy. You can tell that this movie was initially supposed to be PG-13, or R, or whatever, because of the jokes that are slipped in.
We don't go near any place with spooky, haunted, forbidden, or creepy in the name.
Well, hydrochloric.
Right, or hydrochlonic, but that's for a whole different reason, man. And, like, why am I wearing a dress?
But the deleted scenes are where it really shows that this movie could have been completely different, and honestly, maybe better. Apparently there was supposed to be an animated opening that showcased the characters and who they're being played by, and it's really charming and really nostalgic looking at it. There was a deleted scene that I watched recently that made me crack up, and it's a scene where Scooby pretends to have a heart attack.
It didn't work the first 8 times you did it either.
I really am dead right.
Then why are you talking?
Rupert.
It's genuinely the way how he says stupid. That's what gets me.
Rupert.
There was a scene that was cut because honestly it felt really creepy, I think, but I think the main reason is because Velma looks hotter than Daphne in this scene.
Uh-huh. Kind of like...
Anyone who is unironically a simp for Velma, there's a scene about her that got cut that would probably anger you. And I'm kind of regretting letting this play, but I'm gonna do it anyways. So, enjoy your Scooby snack, I guess?
I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. Da-da, da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da, da.
And I'm being completely genuine when I say this. If we got the Snyder cut, then I want the gun cut.
How about a Scooby snack?
No.
How about 2 Scooby snacks?
No.
Well, what if I show you my ass?
Okay.
As a kid, I thought Scooby-Doo was the most realistic looking dog. I asked my cousins while watching it, who were much older than me, I said, how did they get the dog to act like that and do that? And they just looked at me and just said, magic. And you know, I thought he looked good at the time, but looking back now, it's pretty bad and creepy. And other CGI effects in the movie are really, really bad. And this one specifically freaks me out to this day.
Like doggy!
At least he still looks better than when he did in Mystery Begins. Does anybody remember that fever dream where Fred had black hair? Scooby-Doo isn't even the star of his own movie though. While he has the mannerisms and personality of the cartoon, it's Matthew Lillard. He voices Shaggy a lot now. He is so perfect as the lovable food machine who probably gets high all the time.
I'm Mary Jane.
Like, that is my favorite name.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
His voice is Shaggy, the way he walks is Shaggy, the way he looks is Shaggy, the way he uses his power is Shaggy. I had to shoehorn that in somehow. I'm sorry. The casting in this movie is honestly really perfect for a Scooby-Doo film. All of the other characters like Velma, Daphne, and Freddy look exactly how they would in the cartoon, and it translates well into the big screen. The personality of the Mystery Gang is so perfect, and none of it is untouched from the original source material. Even Scrappy-Doo, but I love how this time everyone knows he's an asshole and the worst Scooby-Doo character.
Wow, I haven't seen...
Look away, Daphne. We all promised each other that we would never speak of him. Not ever.
The time has come that you appoint me your unquestioned leader. Either that, or I'm out of here. What's the idea?
When it comes to him being the twist villain, it was honestly unexpected when I watched this movie when I was a kid. I watched this movie for the first time in about 17 years yesterday, and it feels like going back in time to the 2000s. This is one of the most 2000 films I've ever seen. From the music, the catchphrases,
What up, dog? And, dog?
Keeping it real.
Look what happened last night.
Man, we got beats like it was the listeners on Earth. You know what I'm saying, G?
No.
the visuals,
I need to complete my transformation. His
Scooby-Doo! Wait, what you mean Melvin do?
it's like going into a time machine. We've had a few theatrical Scooby-Doo movies, but this is still better than Scoob. That was just... I'm gonna talk about it someday. You know what? Let's just talk about it now. Quick Scoob review. Matthew Lillard doesn't voice Shaggy. That sucks. The movie feels soulless, and it's honestly just an excuse to set up the Hanna-Barbera universe. Daphne, Fred, and Velma feel completely sidelined. The beginning with the theme recreation is actually really good, but Simon Cowell is in this to break Shaggy and Scooby up, and it's really weird seeing him in this.
in the shallow. In the shallow.
But when they break up, it doesn't make any sense because we never really see Shaggy and Scooby screw up at all. The animation is really good, but there's something off about the characters' faces. Like, they look clean and smooth, like they just put on a bunch of lotion. I will say I love it when the movie gets really cartoony physically. At the end of the day, Scoob pushes the mystery element away in favor of setting up a universe, and the execution of it is awful. It makes the movie feel unfocused. As cheesy as Scooby-Doo 2002 is, and while not everything sticks, at least it has a narrow path and a mystery that's intriguing. It doesn't feel like it's trying to do too much. 4 out of 10.
Dick. Take a look at this. Take a look at this. See if you notice something. Let me zoom in here. Let me just see if you notice that. Your eyes don't deceive you. You just saw Velma do the whoa. She just did the... You know what I'm saying? The Scoob, the actual Twitter account, responded. It said she hit it hard too.
As a meme, this movie is a gold mine. So let's just review it for what it is, a big meme. And in that case, Scooby-Doo 2002 is an 8 out of 10. Let's just give it that. 20 years later, this is probably one of the most defining movies in anyone who grew up in the 2000s.
On the count of 3.
1, 2, 3.
But it's definitely no Monsters Unleashed, you know what I'm saying?
Give me a hand.
This is tied for the most terrifying day of my life.
I was what?
Every other freaking day of my life.
Don't bring me down, I pray, oh pretty baby. Now that I found you, stay. I want to love you, baby. Let me love you. You're just too good to be true.